A while back I came across this video and was asking myself the same question as many others in the comments. What happened to these and why aren't they a thing today? I mean, they seem to have quite some advantages over today's inline skates. They are off-road capable, super maneuverable, you can just wear your normal shoes and don't need a specific shoe size. But of course you can't speed up the same way as you can do with inline skates, as you are not stable with just one wheel. So why not bring them to the 21st century and make them electric? To do that, I think of using the parts from an old e-scooter. I found this used Xiaomi S1 Pro scooter for $100. For the actual construction, I will use some aluminium profiles and weld them together to a basic structure like this. Alright, here it is, the Xiaomi scooter. It has a 9-inch wheelbase, 10S 3P battery, so 36 volts, and the motor is a 350 watts hub motor. The scooter taken apart, took out all the electronics, the display, it's here, the motor controller, battery, it's quite big I have to say, also the throttle. I will reuse it. I already played around with some potential design on how I can use it in my hand, and the normal wheel and the hub motor. So time to build. So I welded everything together and had to realize that I just built stilts on wheels. I clearly haven't thought this through. Probably it's good for knocking out your teeth, but definitely won't revolutionize urban mobility. The core issue is that my foot is above the wheel's axle, which makes it super wobbly. So in order to still make it work, I designed these mounts I can put my feet through and place the center of gravity below the axle, which makes it a lot more stable. Only disadvantage now is that I can only walk on my heels. It might not look like it, but that test run totally gave me the confidence that it's time to add some motor power. Okay. My biggest issue here was that I could only push off my heel, which made it a lot harder to gain speed. At the same time, the minimum speed for the motors to engage was 5 km per hour. But eventually I found a way to adjust the firmware so I can lower the initial speed that's necessary.
Oh, not bad, not bad. Not bad. When you don't want it. This is pretty good, yo.
It worked surprisingly well, and also keeping the balance was not too hard. What's annoying though is that my center is so far behind, it makes it both uncomfortable and also hard to walk. I was surprised though how well the 3D printed mounts were holding up. That got me thinking, maybe I should try to make a fully printed version. So my idea is to use some longer bolts to enforce it in the places where enforcement is mostly needed. Ideally, I won't even need to use any stronger nylon filament to make it work. After this test ride, I decided to make it dual drive, as it pushes or brakes each leg equally and thus make it more comfortable to ride. I also added some soft TPU cushions on my thighs, and to control both motors simultaneously, I made the remote wireless, which also had the benefit that I don't have to worry about the cable getting pulled or tangled up. At last, I downsized the battery so it is less bulky and they both fit in my backpack. The overall battery capacity is actually 25% larger than the original Xiaomi scooter, but split into 2 battery packs on each foot, which should give me around 30 to 40 kilometers or around 25 miles range on paper. To brake or slow down, I could either use the motor by letting go of the throttle, similar to how EV single pedal drive works, or I could slow down manually by pushing down on my toes and use my shoes to slow down. Overall, it is a cool project and I think it has lots of potential. My plan is to open source this project soon, so if you don't want to miss out on that or want to build your own version, consider subscribing. Until then, thanks for watching, bye.